Unit we're working on is Unit 5. Now we're going to be doing the equation that is in blue. First, we're going to do the equation that's on the left of the plus sign. So you want to find out what goes into 16 4 times. What times itself 4 times gets 16, and then x to the 15th. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, or 2 to the 4th power, is 16. So to get the x's, we have x to the 4th, x to the 4th, x to the 4th, and x to the 3rd. Everything that's in increments of 4 goes on the outside of the square root sign. So you bring the 3x to the 3rd down. The 2's all combine into 1, and then 3 x's that have the x to the 4th comes down next to the 2. And we are left with 3 x's that goes underneath the square root sign. You multiply the 3 and the 2. You add the 3 and the 3 to get x to the 6, 6x to the 6, 4 square root x to the 3rd. Now we're going to do this equation. And we're going to have to subtract the x's first. So you can just subtract them, and whatever has the largest exponent stays on whatever, the top of the bottom. So it's going to be 14x to the 6, 4 square root x to the 3rd, all over 2. You divide like terms to get 6x to the 6, 4 square root x to the 3rd, plus 7x to the 6th, 4 square root x to the 3rd. Add like terms, and you get this. That's step 1 through 4. Now we're going to move to step 5, which is where you want to get x by itself. So first we're going to take 13x to the 6th, and we're going to put it divided by itself, and then divided by y to get down here. Now you want to get rid of the 4. And to get rid of the 4, you have to put it to the exponent of 4 to both sides. The 4's cancel out here. You distribute the 4 into everything inside the parentheses. To get y to the 4th, 28,561 x to the 24th, and x equals x to the 3rd. That's step 5. Now, once you get that, you have to put it all over 1 to cross multiply. Once you cross multiply, you get y to the 4th equals 28,561 x to the 27th. Since you're cross multiplying, you're just going to add the 24 and the 3 to get x to the 27th. Then you're going to put everything over you're going to put 28,561 over itself to cancel out, and bring it over here to get y to the 4th over 28,561 x to the 27th. Now, you want to get the x by itself, so you're going to square root 27 to cancel out the 27s. And then you do the square root 27 square root over the entire problem. Put 27 to the square root over each individual one to get 27 square root y to the 4th over 1.4623 equals x. Right now we're going to be focusing on graphs, and the parent function of the graph is going to be f of x equals square root of x, and if you graph that, the coordinates is 1, 1. So if you have g of x equals f of x plus 3, you're going to take from the 1, 1, and you're going to move it up 3 units upwards to get 1, 4. Now if you have g of x equals f of x minus 3, you're going to go from 1, 1, translate it down 3 to get 1, negative 2. G of x equals 3 f of x. You're going to take the 3 and you're going to multiply by the 1, in this case multiply by the y, in this case 1, to get 1, 3. Now g of x equals f of 3x. You're going to take the 3 and multiply the x and the y. So in this case 1 and 1, so 3, 3, and that is your coordinate on the graph. G of x equals f of x plus 3. In the parentheses, you translate it to the left 3 units because it's plus 3 to get 2, 1. Now if you have g of x equals f of x minus 3 inside the parentheses, you move it to the left because it's minus 3 to get 4, 1. If you have g of x equals negative f of x, you just translate it over the axes to get 1, negative 1. If you have g of x equals to the power of negative 1x. So it gets tricky. So you want to draw a dashed line straight through 1, 1 where the green point is. Then you want to make a drawing where there's equal amount of space in between the green and the orange and the red and the orange. And then the same amount of space between here and every point. Now we're going to solve for this top equation. To find t, we're going to find the height of an elephant if the height of the elephant was 520 centimeters. So what you want to do first is do what you would always do in like Algebra 1. You take 75.8 and subtract it by itself and the other side to get 444.2 equals 62.53 to the square root of t. Take 62.5 divided by itself and the other side of the equal sign to get 7.01072 equals 3 to the square root of t. To get rid of the 3 to get t alone, you have to put it to this exponent of 3. So these two now cancel out. Once you do the square root of 7.1072 to the square root of 3, you get 359.0 years old. That's pretty old. Alright, Mr. SooHoo. I had a lot of fun learning this unit. I really like this. It was really easy for me, and I had a lot of fun helping others understand it. Thank you for the extra SooHoo dollars, by the way. It was really nice. Yeah. And here's my little bunny for this unit.